Welcome back to Frostpunk and the Throne of Wiv. We are getting along quite nicely here in our little hamlet, which is slowly turning into a village, I think. We have scouts on their way to find a huge influx of people, and we should get ready for those, but I shouldn't use too much of my resources for building stuff, but these are generally quite cheap. I don't think that a tent here will be covered by that, so if we build a fighting arena there, that should cover 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And I think that will suffice. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I'll build 10, just so we are certain we have enough. They won't start building those until the evening, but that's not a problem. We are researching the flying hunters. Now we can't upgrade these hunters to flying hunters until tomorrow, because we really don't want these to be in use or not available when the hunt is about to start. Let's take these out so they can do things. We can build a flying hunter there though, because we do need 3 of them. Flying hunters researched. The next thing we want then is either difference engine, so we can get their gear, but that's expensive. We can afford it, but I'm not sure it's worth it. I think we're going to go with the steam coal mine, so we can build that. Breath of Hope. Sir, people have started to leave personal charms, beads and written prayers at shrines as votive offerings. It seems it helps them keep their spirits up in these trying times. I'm glad to hear that. These should very soon be done. This one is almost done now already, actually. Wood crates depleted, and then we should have steel wreckage depleted in a moment. Yep. Can tear it down, or dismantle it, as the game calls it. We're full on coal. Let's take these guys out then, because I'd rather empty these piles before we mine. Are there any other piles around here that we haven't gathered? Nope. This would be the last one, so... I think we have enough resources to actually build a couple of resource depots. I would like the biggest ones, but we built 3 of them here. They are quite expensive though. That shouldn't be an issue. Because we do need more room for coal and food, especially. Probably also wood. Steel, not so important. Ah, perfect. We get the steam coal mine before the evening. That's very, very helpful. We can get the resource depot upgrade. We can also get the generator efficiency upgrade. Don't need the steam wall drill yet. The charcoal kiln is generally, I've never had use for it, but it is a good building to have on specific maps, but requires a lot of workers and it doesn't really make that much coal, so I would prefer thumpers. This one is kind of difficult. That's 75 steel. That's a lot of steel. But this level, let's get the bunk houses, I think. Just checking here. We don't need the factory. Heating is, in general, it's fine. We need the power upgrade too for when the storm arrives, but yeah, getting the efficiency of all these things. Okay, we're gonna go with the difference engine because that's just too darn useful. Scouts have reached the research outpost. This research outpost was deserted a long time ago. It is quite old, but there might still be some useful equipment inside. Steam cores and coal. Gone home. The people who worked here were explorers. They paved the way north for the rest of us. They must have left in a hurry, perhaps to reunite with their families before the great winter took hold. Discovered the snowy hill. 5 steam cores and 80 coal. That's nice. Let's move on to the snowy hills. We do have a lot of resources on these guys now, but yeah, it's fine. We have about a day of coal. Scouts have reached the rocky promontory. Is it promontory, perhaps? I think it's the promontory. We found traces of human presence in the twisty passages between the boulders. They don't seem recent. Raw food and wood. Inadequate shelter. We found several frozen bodies in sleeping bags around the remains of a fire. These people had plenty of fuel and food, but the cold got them anyway. Sites discovered radio station. 59 raw food and 80 wood. Let's take that. And that's very useful that it's so close to the storm shelter. Let's send these to the radio station first, and then we can go back down to the storm shelter and escort these guys back. Is there anything else I want to build during this night? We do need another resource depot. But it's not urgent. Steam Steelworks, that's what we want to build. Let's upgrade this to a Steam Steelworks. Should be covered. Yes, it is, as I thought. $1,472, 257 left, so this one should be done soon. I should also add that I've pre-recorded these first 3 episodes, and I'll probably record another one in quick succession. I am very grateful for any comments regardless of that though, so please do comment, and especially if you see that I've done some mistakes or anything that you would have done differently. Because remember that other people also read the comments, and your input might be quite valuable to them as well. But for obvious reasons I cannot re-record or replay what I've done already, so for the comments for the first 3 or 4, maybe even 5 episodes, there's not much that I can do with any suggestions for that. Also, if you're curious about pre-recorded episodes, you can always check my playlists, because I usually put them into the playlists so that you can see whether there are any episodes that are shown as just unavailable. Because that means that there is an episode there that I have uploaded, but it isn't published yet, because I do publish episodes for the various games once or twice per day, depending on the game. Coal pile depleted. That means there is only one pile left here, with 116 left. Now we're making 8.4 per hour here, 10 wood there, and 18 wood there per hour, so 28 wood per hour, that's good. We need a couple of workers in here to cook the food. And this would be a great time to upgrade these 2 hunters' hangars. We need more steel though. Which we should probably build the steelworks out here. Does that cover that? Yes, it does. Good. This one is almost at its destination. There we go. We also can sign a law. Let's have a look at that first. Adaptation. Prosthetics is something that we're definitely going to get, but we don't need it quite yet. Let's get the public house. That's not too bad to build, and it only requires 1 worker. And I think we can fit that there, but I'm not going to build it now, I'm just going to check. Yep, we can. That's perfect. So, these guys have reached the Snowy Hill, which is another exploration point. Uprooted tree and ruined warehouse. Let's go to the warehouse then. Yeah. Don't think there was anything else I needed to do. Ah, we can put workers back in here. So I set 1 to have food rations and I set 1 to have coal. Let's set 1 to have wood. And yeah, do we need the coal, I wonder? No, we don't currently. So I'll rather put the workers in there. This one should also be in extended shift. Difference engine researched. Perfect. Then I want the steam hub efficiency upgrade. 33% less coal in the steam hubs is very good. Getting additional scouts would also be extremely useful. What's the temperature looking like? Okay, so we don't need that right away. Sawmill range extension. We are going to get that, but I don't need it right away. I want that one, the one in the background there, I want that gone first, so that actually only applies to the steam sawmills. Flying Hunter's gear. Yeah, well, the thing is, I want to build another Flying Hunters. So, no. We need that steel. There we go. I did not mean to open the research. Food Hunters hangar. And let's take out all these engineers so they can help build, and also these cooks, so that we have lots of people that can hopefully complete that hangar before they are supposed to leave. And that's a mistake, because then they're going to prioritize the road, so let's remove that again and build that afterwards. Okay, something's going on out here. They are complaining about that. I'm ignoring that. We've reached the radio station. This radio station was abandoned relatively recently. Maybe there's something useful in the shack. Yeah, there's some steel and coal here. The mast is old. It is so rusty that it's a wonder it didn't collapse. Taking it apart will be difficult, but should yield some usable steel. We discovered the lone boulder and the frozen pond. 58 steel and 55 coal. Let's take those and then go to the storm shelter and escort those people back to our city. Hurry up, guys. I want that done before 5, preferably. I think that should be fine, though. Perfect. Then we can build the road. Like so. And we have 30 steel, so let's put engineers back into the workshops and we can research the additional scouts technology. It's just 5 days until the storm, though, so that's something to keep in mind. I think we can build the public house now. Wasn't that 10 steel? Yes, it was. So we'll build the public house there. And we're out of steel. Yes, I know. We need workers in here. And there they go, our first flying hunters. They will come back with 20 more food than the regular hunters. We need a worker in here. A public house has been erected in accordance with the new law. People are anxious to let off steam in the new house of respite. Hope prices. And discontent dropped. Good. Can do a sermon, so we'll do that. Get a little bit of hope. Scouts have reached the ruined warehouse and scouts have reached the storm shelter. The entrance to the storm shelter is open. Some people are busying themselves with preparations before sealing it off for the duration of the storm. A well-prepared community. The small community living in this storm shelter is well prepared to withstand the cold for a long time. Nevertheless, some of these people are willing to move to our city. So we'll get 57 workers, 42 engineers and 20 children. That is a grand total of 109. Not bad. Or is it 119? 57 plus 42 is 99. So yes, it is actually 119. Let's escort them to the city. 3 of the 4 walls are still standing, protecting a small stash of snow-covered supplies. We get frozen supplies. With moderate effort, we were able to remove the crates containing supplies from under the snow. We'll put them to good use in our city. 71 raw food and 64 wood. Let's nab that, and this would take us 5 hours. This would take us 20 hours, so let's go back to the snowy hill first. Do this in the correct order. How much left? 123, so hopefully tomorrow. I wonder, should we have the road there? Doesn't really matter that much, but 37 children, that means we need more child shelters. However, we do need a lot of tents. Do we have enough? We have 120 vacant beds, so we need 2 more tents. That location is to be looked at. Ah, this isn't covered by the fighting pit. Okay, well, that's easily fixable by building another fighting arena. Yeah, we'll have a space here because I intend to build another Flying Hunter building there. I think that's 40. Yep. So we're not going to adjust that. Ah, this one is done. Let's take everyone out and dismantle it then. Yeah, that's the thing. We need more steam hubs now. I need to quickly turn these on, or that one, to see its zone of influence. There we go. So, is that 11? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. No. 12. 12 looks good. We're out of steel. Yep, that's not a problem. We're getting lots of steel from up here. These guys have arrived, so let's now send them to the uprooted tree. They're gonna come back with a plethora of stuff. Who are these though? That's that torn down or dismantled. I wonder. Yeah, no, that wouldn't fit. Well, that's a bit annoying that I can't fit that in there. Not a big issue, but it's still a bit like Not that I would build a tent here, but it's kind of like can I build one of those park things here? Medium square? No. Small square? No. Street lamp, those are very expensive. Maybe I can build a small garden there. Not that it's really something we need, but it's pretty. You can sign a new law. Adaptation. Let's get the moonshine law. That's rather nice actually, because it gives us just lowering discontent for nothing really. And we can turn these off again because we don't really need them on currently. It's warm enough as it is. No need to waste our coal. And now we need workers in here. Actually, I don't want to use those workers. I want to use those. Need a little bit more steel. There we go. And we can build another hunter's hangar over here. We need a couple of cooks. Additional scouts has been researched. Yeah, we're gonna make an additional scout unit right away, and we can send that to. Let's see here. Do we want to go out there? And sawmill, large pit, lone boulder, frozen pond. Those are probably landmarks. Not sure about the large pit, but let's send them down to the buried hamlet. Need to research something. We do want that. Let's get the gear. And that one's done. So let's put workers in here. But that means I have to organize my workers a bit. So let's have a look at that. Where are the patients? They are in here. So if we take these engineers out and we take 5 of these out and put engineers in, we should have 15 to put in there. Great. And we have many people coming into the city in a couple of hours, so that's not a problem what I just did there at all. And the cooks are done. Put them back in there. Need to pause when they arrive. Boom. So that's 42 engineers, 57 workers, 20 children, 58 steel, 59 raw food, 55 coal and 80 wood. Great. That means we need to put back cooks in here. And now we have a completely different situation in terms of stuffs. So let's build 2 steam coal mines down here. I think we'll do it like this. And we want to have a shrine here. And we also want to have a steam hub here. This one, I need to remember to turn that off. I think I could do it from here, like that. Minus 20, we don't need the heater on. How much steel do we have left then? 12, so no, we need 20 for that. I want a steam hub up here as well. Good. So let's build that there. And do the same with that, turn it off so that it doesn't accidentally turn off and I forget it and it burns away our coal. And we'll try to upgrade this as well to a steam coal mine when it's night. It's not strictly necessary though. Ah, these guys are waiting. Send them to the sealed storm shelter so we can go to the frozen pond. And here's the influx of new people coming to the city. These are done. Let's take them out again. Flying Hunter's gear have been researched. So we could get the hothouses, but I think we'll go for the bunkhouses. Yeah, this one is almost complete now. So let's get... now we need 40 steel. Like so. Let's get a steam sawmill. That should give us plenty of resources. I probably should do it from here. We can remove that road bit. And that doesn't seem to be even at all. It isn't. Okay, let's try that again. I want it to be even. There we go. Scouts have reached the uprooted tree. It looks like the cold has killed the roots and the wind did the rest. The only tree for miles. The tree is quite big. Must have been beautiful when it was green. A sad sight. Now we can only chop it to pieces and take the wood. Wow, 54 wood from one tree. That must have been a huge tree. And that's the end of that route of exploration, so you guys can go back with your extensive amount of resources. Put this on extended shift so I don't forget. These two should be on extended shift. And the storm is coming here, so now the temperature is going to drop first to -30, then to -40, and then to -70. I don't need workers in here. I just need to tear it down and dismantle it, actually. Now we want to get the sawmill extension range. We can build a road over here and have another sawmill up here. We are going to need quite the amount of wood, so put workers into this building. I'm wondering if we should get a couple of more flying hunters, actually. One, two, three, four. Yeah, I think we should get a couple more flying hunter or hunter's hangar, because we are going to need more food. Oh, however, the other option would of course be to get the hothouses. Yeah, no. Is there anything else I want to build? We need more child shelters, that's what we needed. We have 57 children. This would be a good location for it. I have no idea what I've done here. Why have I done that? I must have missed something. How many spare beds do we have? 1. Well then, that's a bit of an annoyance. Let's just start here and build our way upwards. Does this make a full line? Wow, it does. Just checking to see how many we need. 5 should be good. Getting an abundance of wood with that guy coming back, or these guys coming back as well. And we're getting more steam cores. We actually used up the steam cores because of these. We need to put engineers in here currently. Put some in here as well, so I don't forget. We have way too many engineers compared to how many workers we have. These guys have arrived, so let's go to the large pit. And let's turn this up to steam level 2. With all the workers out here now, we should have plenty of coal coming in. Even on steam level 2, this should be massively green, yes. Okay, now let's have a look at the temperatures. We need to turn on this, this, and this. Those are livable, so that's fine. This one is a bit chilly, but I don't know if they have workers out here yet. They do. So we have to turn on the heater there. That should make everything nice and red. The bunkhouse has been researched and our scouts have arrived at the sealed storm shelter. Let's go move on to the frozen pond. And we should now research houses. Yeah, this is looking perfect actually. We are making coal very quickly. 1,000 almost more than we need, so that's perfect. I did want to build another flying hunters. We should do that. How many workers do we have? 53. Let's build 2 of them then. That also means we need another cookhouse, actually. The cookhouse... Ah, there we go. The road here is skewed. Okay, well, we'll fix that, but let's build these buildings first. $15 workers in here. I nabbed some of the guys who were building, of course. Good. 15 workers in here and 5 engineers in the cookhouse. Research house. Let's get the house redesigned so the houses become cheaper. And now let's fix this road. They are complaining about the extended hours. I am ignoring that because I don't want them to work normal hours. We need them to be working extended hours. It is important. There's a storm coming. Sign another law. Do we need anything here currently? No. Let's go to the purpose and have a look at these. We can do evening prayers, and I think we'll do that. That gives us evening prayers in the house of prayer in the temple. Still on coal. Perfect. And they've completed that road, so let's remove the wrong one. There is something that's still not working entirely here. This should now line up. It's still not lining up. Okay, well then let's just remove the entire thing. And let's also remove this. And that. And then let's build a road properly. Like so. So. And then we can also remove the little bit of road going from there to there. There's 2 of them now. There we go. That'll give them something to do. House redesign have been researched. Sources. Sawmill range extension. Good. We can do the evening prayers, that's good. We will pray together and read the scripture to restore hope. Scouts have reached the frozen pond. Where did my Scout UI go. It disappeared because of the road. Meh. That's what I get for being overzealous about things being in straight lines and so forth. A road to go like that as well, making sure that it's there. There we go. Okay, these guys are at the large pit. There are several tents hidden from view in the pit. Who could have built a camp here? Research outpost. Turns out that this camp was some sort of research outpost. It is now completely abandoned. We'll take what we can and move on. 46 steel, and we've discovered the broken tree. We'll go on down there then. These guys have reached the frozen pond, which is an exploration landmark. Let's go to the frozen hulk, I think. Yep. We can see a ship crushed by ice some distance from the shore. Now, as in the new home scenario, it doesn't work to use hothouses during the storm. Neither will the flying hunters works, so that's going to be... we need food to be stocked up. But it only lasts for 1 day, so that's something, at least. However, I think it is time to end the episode here, so thank you all so very much for joining me. I hope that you're enjoying the series so far, and I will see you all in the next episode.